Hi everyone, my name is Piterpakulski. Today we'll continue building a financial model for an acquisition of real estate. So this can be a house or an apartment. At the previous videos we were building cash flow statement. Before we were modeling the mortgage, acquisition costs, inflation of different operating costs. We were specifying the operating costs themselves. We were inflating operating costs. So before, at the previous videos, we were specifying different inputs like the house price, down payment, mortgage parameters, rent parameters. So when we're going to buy a house or an apartment, so this is the deal moment. Then we specified time to the first deal after acquisition, what is the contract period. Then we decided to assume that when the tenant will drop, we will need some time to find a new tenant. So this is a very specific parameter. And the topic of today's video, so let's assume that we are going to sell this house or an apartment somewhere in the future. So the legend, so by the way, if you find this video valuable, like, subscribe, share this video with friends. You can also order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. At the end screen of this video I will be giving the links to the whole playlist where I'm creating this financial model from scratch. And when the whole model will be ready, in the description of this video I will be giving all the links as well, so you can watch the whole tutorial from scratch. So here we have the cash flow statement. We didn't put the equity or our money into the project. So the assumption, the legend of this model, so we are buying a house and then we just rent, then we just have a income from the rent. We are paying some operating expenses, we are paying the mortgage, interest and principal, and let's say somewhere in the future we're going to sell this house and apartment, and today we will be modeling. Let's create a new block of inputs. So for example, let's add it here. So this will be, I will copy the data from here. So this will be selling moment in future. So this is the moment in future when we are going to sell our house or an apartment. So month I will keep here the same, but for the years, for example, if we are not going to sell the house inside our 10-year horizon, I will add 1 year more, and I will use data validation list, and I will put here a larger period. So if we're not going to sell the house inside 10-year horizon, I will be just specifying the year 2033, because our our financial model ends in 2032. So this is the first step. Now we have a timeline of our project where we need to put one like this when we sell the house. Let me add some lines here. Let's say house sale so the formula will be if this equals to, if this year equals to this year, freezing the year, and this month. And this month, excuse me, and this month equals to this month. Then I put 1, otherwise 0. So let's say we're going to sell the house. We're going to sell the house in 2028 May. Now let's extrapolate this formula to the right. So 2028 May. Now we need to specify the period after we are selling the house to stop counting the expenses and revenues after this moment. So now we have, if we go to the 2028 here, so since after this moment, in this period and further, we do not have these expenses and these revenues and all expenses. We don't have operating expenses. We do not have principal payments. We don't have interest payments because we are closing our mortgage. And for that purpose, we need to create some formulas. So house sale, let's say displacement, this will be like this. Then no revenues, expenses, period 0111, let's see. So this will be now we can see once here So we can see that after May 2028, in June we don't have expenses. So what we will do now, we need to create a very simple formula. If 0 is here, then we will put here 1, and if 1 here, we will put 0. This will limit the expenses and revenues. So if this one equals to 0, then we put 1, otherwise 0. Now we will add so house sale dollars per dollars. So we will house sales, I will put this first of all we need to specify the price. Let's go up. House apartment selling price. Let's, for example, assume that we're going to sell the house $2.2 million just for example. This will be the input, so we're coloring this this cell with blue. And house apartment sale, so I will be multiplying this cell, this line, on this value. I'm freezing this cell. This will be the inflow, so I'm marking with green. This line will go to the cash flow statement. So this is the moment. Then we have now we need to adjust all our revenues and operating expenses. So what I will do, I will go to cash flow statement. So we have rent revenues, and I'm adding this coefficient. Now I can see, so we don't have revenues since May 20th. Then I'm adding a line for sale, house apartment sale. So I will put these values of inflow when we sell the house here. Then I will create totals for these two lines. Now we need to add this coefficient for operating expenses. So I will be multiplying these costs on this coefficient. So we already added this coefficient to operating expenses. Now we will add this coefficient to asset tax. To asset tax, here it is. Now we will add this coefficient to principal payment, to interest payments, but we need to calculate the amount of principal paid after we sell the house to pay back the principal to the bank. So here we have principal payments, and what I'm talking about, so after June 2028, when we sell the house, we will be paying back all the principal of this period. So for that purpose, we will need to calculate the principal at any given moment. So we do have a wonderful line. Of principal at any given moment in the timeline, and we can, so, and here it is, 137. So this is the amount that we need to pay to the bank, and I will create additional line here, and start writing a couple of formulas. So I will create a new line here. I will call it, this will be a red line, principal payment when the house is sold. And I'm going to the specific moment for which I would like to write a formula. So here, this moment. So if this value, so this is the when we sell the, this is the moment when we sell the house. So this is, if this value is more than 0, this means that the deal occurred. Then we are putting principal payment, principal amount at any given moment. We are putting this value, otherwise 0. So now let's make a very simple check for the formula that we wrote. So let's take a total of the principal payment that we already did. We bought the house. Then we have the remaining principal. The total is 1360, and this is the amount of loan, 1360. So now we will go to the cash flow statement, and but just guys, don't, let's delete this, let's extrapolate these formulas. And now let's go to the cash flow statement. Here we have principal payment, dollar per month. And now let's add to the line principal payment, let's add this principal payment when the house is sold. And now what we have, so here we sell the house, we pay the rest of the principal that is left to pay, and now we can, for example, displace, if we can go to the top and say, for example, that we would like to stop the deal, so we are starting at 2023 and add it in 2025, for example, in October. The selling price will be, for example, 2 million, and we can go back to the cash flow statement. So this is October 2025. We sell the house. We pay the rest of the principal, and here what we have at the end. So this is the cash generated by the project. And for example, if we don't want to sell it during the horizon, we can just go here, set up the year to 2033. Then we're going back to cash flow statement, and here we can see that all payments, all expenses, all revenues occur during the whole horizon. So I just show you how you can create a new block of inputs devoted to the legend that we're going to sell the house anytime during the timeline inside the project. So I hope you enjoyed this video. You may give us a like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. You can also order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. At the end screen of this video, I will be giving you the link to the playlist where I'm placing all these process of creation of this model, and when the whole model will be ready, I will be giving the links on these tutorials in the description of this video as well. So see you guys in next videos. Thank you and bye.